boys and girls, and welcome to my channel. I am Miss Kim, and today I have a fun-loving, delightful story to share with you about a border collie named Floss. Floss, as a pup, lives in town with an older gentleman, and she gets to play with children all day. Well, as she gets older, the older man takes Floss to live out on a farm, his son's farm, and he puts her to work. That's right, the border collie ends up with a job. What do you think the job is? Well, let's take a look at the cover and see if you can decide. The name of this story is Floss. This story is by Kim Lewis. Look at this beautiful cover. It takes place in Scotland. Look at the landscape. What are these? That's right, sheep. Floss learns how to become a sheepdog. Well, let's begin the story and just see how Floss settles in at the farm. Let's begin. Floss was a young border collie who belonged to an old man in town. She walked with the old man in the streets and loved playing ball with the children in the park. Whoa, look at that. What a beautiful dog. My son is a farmer, the old man told Floss. He has a sheepdog who is too old to work. He needs a young dog to herd sheep on his farm. He could train a border collie like you. They're having a conversation, aren't they? And Floss is listening. So Floss and the old man traveled away from town with its streets and houses and children playing ball in the park. They came to the heather-covered hills of a valley where nothing much grew except sheep. Look. Floss is not too sure. Somewhere in her memory, Floss knew about sheep. Old Nail soon showed her how to round them up. The farmer trained her to run wide and lie down, to walk on behind, to shed and to pin. She worked very hard to become a good sheepdog. So the old sheepdog Nell is teaching Floss what to do. But sometimes Floss woke up at night while Nell lay sound asleep. She remembered playing with children and rounding up balls in the park. See, there's her dream. As she lies there sleeping at night. The farmer took Floss up to the hill one day to see if she could gather the sheep on her own. She was rounding them up when she heard a sound. At the edge of the field, the farmer's children were playing with a brand new black and white ball. Oh, I think she would much rather be doing that. Floss remembered all about children. She ran to play with their ball. She showed off her best nose kicks, her best passes. She did her best springs in the air. "Hey, Dad, look at this," yelled the children. "Look at Floss." The sheep started drifting away. The sheep escaped through the gate and into the yard. There were sheep in the garden and sheep on the road. Floss, lie down. The farmer's voice was like thunder. You are supposed to work on this farm, not play. He took Floss back to the doghouse. Oh, poor Floss. He has a lot to learn on the farm, doesn't he? Or she. Floss is a girl. Floss lay and worried about balls and sheep. She dreamed about the streets of a town, the hills of a valley, children and farmers all mixed together, while Nell had to round up the straying sheep. What do you think will happen? You think? Well, let's see. But Nell was too old to work every day, and Floss had to learn to take her place. She worked so hard to gather sheep well that she was too tired to dream anymore. The farmer was pleased and ran Floss in the dog trials. She's a good worker now, the old man said. So she's learning her job, isn't she? The children still wanted to play with their ball. Hey, Dad, they asked, can old Nell play now? But Nell didn't know about children and play. No one can play ball like Floss, they said. So the farmer gave it some thought. Go on then, he whispered to Floss. The children kicked the ball high into the air. See, old Nell, she was never taught or took the time out to play. So she didn't know what to do, did she? Floss remembered all about children. She ran to play with their ball. She showed off her best nose kicks, her best passes. She did her best springs in the air, and they all played ball together. What fun! Ah, look at that. Even the sheep are looking at the ball. What a fabulous story, boys and girls, about a border collie who learned a new job to take care of the sheep, right? But she also found out that if you work hard, you can also take time out to play. And that was the best thing that she liked, was playing with the children. We could learn a little lesson from Floss, couldn't we? Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this book as much as I did. And remember, a good book and your imagination will take you anywhere. Until next time, bye.